What is up, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're checking out this CPU cooler right here. This is the Scythe Fuma 2 rev.b, and because it is the rev.b or the second generation of the cooler, it has been upgraded a little bit. It has the new Case Flex 2 fans, as well as a new mounting system that supports LGA 1700. So let's go ahead and take a look. As we take a first look at the cooler, it has that typical sort of like box shape we're used to with air coolers. Now, for those wondering about the official dimensions, I'll go ahead and put them sort of like right here. And the cooler weighs in at 1,000 grams. Now, this is not the largest cooler that we've seen, but it's not the smallest cooler that we've seen either. I would say it's just about in the middle. Starting out on the front of the cooler, we have the smaller of the two Case Flex 2 120mm fans. This PWM fan is only 15mm thick and will spin up to 1500 RPM with a max airflow of 39.44 CFM and a max noise level of 23.8 dBA. As we look at the cooler from the side, we can see that it is indeed a dual tower, dual fan cooler. The second fan is in the center, and this is a thicker 26mm fan. This fan also spins up to 1500 RPM with a max airflow of 67.62 CFM and a max noise level of 28.6 dBA. Both fans are attached to the cooler using fan clips, and they do have the anti-vibration rubber on the corner, so you're not gonna have any vibration noise or anything like that. Taking a closer look at the heatsink itself, it's made up of 46 aluminum fins. Now, these fins are spaced out enough for air to properly flow through the heatsink. The second or rear heatsink tower actually has a cutout at the bottom, so you don't run into any issues with your rear I/O cover or VRM cooling around your CPU socket. At the top of the cooler, the top two heatsink fins are painted black and have the Scythe logo on them, but there's nothing super flashy here. Of course, Scythe isn't really known for that. Coming out of the base of the cooler, there are 6 nickel-plated copper heat pipes that are 6mm thick. These heat pipes have an asymmetrical design, allowing for the heatsink stacks to sit back away from your memory slots, so you do have 100% memory clearance on this cooler. The base of the cooler is actually extremely clean. We do have some machining marks, but your contacts should be very good with your CPU. When it comes to installation, we're going to be installing this cooler on our Intel Z490 system. So this installation should be pretty much the same across LGA 1150, 1151, 1200, and 1700 sockets. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is find the Intel backplate. On our sample, the pegs were actually slotted for LGA 1700, so we had to move them to the correct slots for LGA 1200. Once I did this, I simply placed the backplate on the back side of my motherboard, threading the pegs through the holes around the CPU socket. With the backplate installed, find the black Intel spacers. These do have rubber on one side, so place them this side down over the pegs in the backplate. Now go ahead and take the Intel mounting bars and place them on the top and bottom pegs, sort of like you see in the video here. Then take the included thumb screws and secure the mounting bars. Apply the included thermal paste, and then don't forget to remember to take the film off the base of your CPU cooler, and then place the CPU cooler on top of your CPU, lining up the screws on the cooler with the holes in the mounting bars. Take the included screwdriver and place it down through the heatsink to secure the cooler. What I really like about this method is that you don't have to remove any of the fans to get the cooler installed. With the cooler installed, we can see that that cutout on the rear heatsink definitely helps so that you're not going to run into any issues with your rear I/O cover or any VRM cooling. And then at the front, the thinner fan makes it so you don't overextend over your memory slots or anything like that. So this is definitely a cooler that you can use with RGB memory. The last thing you're going to want to do is connect the fans to the included Y connector, and then connect that Y connector to the CPU fan header on your motherboard. The front fan gets connected to the white connection on the Y connector. So make sure you don't do that backwards. Again, the front fan goes to the white connection on the Y connector. For our testing, we're gonna be testing both temperatures and noise levels. Our idle test, of course, is just taken on the Windows 10 desktop after 1 hour with absolutely nothing running. And then our load test 1, that's taken with the AIDA64 system stability test with just the CPU selected. And then our load 2 is taken with the same AIDA64 system stability test, but we enabled both a CPU and FPU. When it comes to testing, our test system is made up of the following components. So as we come to the end here, we have another cooler from Scythe that I really like, and one that I would definitely recommend to anybody doing a new build or wanting to, upgrade over the stock cooler that came with their CPU. Now, there are a couple things that Scythe always does well. Performance, of course, easy installation, and then price. Let's go over those 3 things. Performance, this cooler sat in the middle of our test group. So if you look at our test group, it's mostly all dual tower, dual fan, super high-end flagship coolers. And for this cooler to sit in the middle of that test group is really great. You're gonna have no issues, with any processor that's out there right now with this cooler. It just does a really good job. And it's also pretty quiet as well if you look at our results. Now, as far as installation goes, this is super easy to install. You don't have to remove the fans to get it installed. You can easily install this cooler inside your case. You don't have to take out your motherboard to do it, even though we did that so we could show you how to install it. Installation is extremely easy, and it will take you 5, maybe 10 minutes max to get this cooler installed. It's just super easy. And because the cooler isn't overly large and it has that asymmetrical design that allows it to kind of sit further back, you're not gonna cover your memory. So if you have memory that has larger heat sinks, or you have RGB memory, it's not gonna get covered by the front fan or anything like that. And a lot of those larger coolers that do beat this cooler out as far as performance, they cover your memory completely. And it's kind of pointless to have, RGB memory or anything like that. And then finally, we come down to price. This cooler is priced at $65.99 right now on Amazon, which is extremely good price. It's about $20 or $30 cheaper than the other high-end coolers that are in our test group, which I think is amazing. And again, Scythe they're just no frills. We don't have any RGB lighting. We don't have some crazy futuristic design. This looks like a CPU cooler. It performs really well, and it's super easy to install. So those are the things I like about it. Now, if you have any questions about this cooler, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up. We'll see you guys in the next video.